Well, all right. Look who we got here. The Goose God himself, here to render unto you some lovely Goose game action. So, without further ado, let's take it away, Tasselfoot.
Thank you, CJ. How's it going, everybody? Once again, I'm Tasselfoot. You guys can call me Tass. This is Untitled Goose Game. We're doing 100%. Plus, thank you so much for the donation. Incentive has been met. We're going to be doing a little glitch exposition at the end as well. Might as well start the timer, and then I can just ramble on for half an hour or so about all things that are honkin' wild. So, 3, 2, 1, go. So, Untitled Goose Game, you guys are probably familiar with it, even if you haven't played it. It was kind of the meme sensation of last year. One big thing to know about this game is that walls are optional, for the most part. As long as you have, like, a boot, you can just kind of go through them like that. So this is the 100% category. That means we're going to do all of the main tasks. There are 4 areas to Goose Game: the garden, high street, back garden, and pub. And they have like 7 to 8 tasks in each area. You have to complete all of the tasks except for one, and that will then unlock a final task, which is mandatory for getting to the subsequent area. So in order to do 100%, we have to do all of those main tasks. We also have to do 15 hidden tasks that normally only become visible after you've completed the game. However, you can earn them at any point. So we're going to do like 9 of them currently in the main game, and then we're going to get the final 6 in some post-game cleanup. That's Groundskeeper Willie. Say hi, Willie. Willie is lots of RNG. We had some really good RNG from his positioning, though, although I don't know what that was. He just started spinning around a little bit there. The garden is the largest source of RNG in the game. Usually, 100% might not quite be the case, but most categories, garden is by far very, very, very reset heavy because of Groundskeeper Willie. He has like 8 or 9 different starting places within his garden, can lose you a bunch of time. He also can go from one position to any other position within the garden. Like he's going to the left right now. That is not good at all. Like 95% of the time he goes to the right. But he just decided to go left that time, in which case that he foiled all of my plans. This is the picnic over here. Each area has a gather task. They are by far the longest task in each area. And the picnic is by far the longest of the 4 gather tasks. There are 9 items that we need to bring to the picnic basket. So I'm doing this a little bit out of the normal order because he saw our cabbage. So I already did one of the hidden tasks. I locked him out of the garden. That's a hidden task. We're going to do one more here, and that's get the cabbage onto the picnic basket. Cabbage is not one of the required items for the picnic. The pumpkin is, but the cabbage is not, so it's a hidden thing. The cabbage is a horrible, horrible object, so we don't even want to touch it, so we use our butt. It's not going where we want it to, but yeah, we call this butt cabbage. It's the best way to do it for hundo. The reason that the cabbage is so bad is that it's a 3D object that's made up of both a sphere and a cube. So in effect, it kind of just goes wherever the hell it wants when you push it. It is completely erratic. And you know, so that actually was a very good butt cabbage, all things. Excuse me, sir, can you come over here and see your prized rose? Thank you. Because we have to steal his hat, and then we have to do rake in the lake. I don't know if you guys are a fan of putting rakes in lakes, but that's something that we do here. And we kind of time everything out, you know, routing, whatnot, so that we're going to finish the picnic at roughly the same time that he puts the hat on, and then the only thing that we'll have left to do is the rake in the lake, and we're going to do that while he starts moving on to his final task. And if everything goes according to plan, we will just get back in time to honk and make him hammer his thumb, which will make him fall on his backside and open up the area to High Street. We'll see if we get there in time. Always a little risky, but should be fine. Oh yeah, way ahead of schedule. Willie is slacking here, and we're gonna grab this spade. So again, there are actually 5 hidden tasks in High Street alone. There's actually a couple others that are associated with High Street. High Street is the hoppin' and happening place to be. Definitely the central hub of this quaint English village. So one of the tasks, hidden tasks, is to make someone from outside of High Street buy back one of their items. And so we're just going to do this here, and we're going to clear out 2 other ones while we're here as well, while we're waiting for that transaction to happen. There we go. Make the scales go ding, and we're going to make Timmy, the little boy, trip into a puddle. And then we are going to reset. And the reason that we're going to reset is because I didn't mention them yet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I heard it trigger there at the end. I was a little worried that I went too fast and he didn't actually buy back his spade. Ah, bad RNG. The boy can go into 2 different spots, to his soccer ball or to his toy plane. Loses like 8 seconds to have him go to his toy plane. But so anyway, so we reset because there are 4 speed tasks. You have to do all of the main tasks within 7 minutes to get a speed task, and that is considered part of 100%. And we would not have time to do High Street and the garden together. So we reset there. Now, a lot of runners will do a 3 reset. They'll do it at the start of each area, but we're gonna try to go a little wild here. Uh-oh, this is not good. Turn around, thank you. Okay, so this is another one of our, I did not want the shopkeeper to hear that honk. There you go, open the umbrella inside. That's another one of our hidden. We now have 4 out of the way. And 1 more to go. And we're going to do that at the end of the area. But, so yeah, as I was saying, we're going to try to do a 2 reset hundo here. We have about a minute of mistakes and leeway between High Street and the back garden to try to do it and not reset at the start of the back garden. So far, it's going okay. It's going all right. But, you know, there's no risk without reward, no reward without risk. I don't know what the saying is. Anyway, we're gonna do the 2 reset because why not? It only loses like 5 minutes if we fail it. And you know, more Goose is a good thing. That's at least what I was told. Alright, so we have 1 more hidden task to do, and we also have 1 final task. The final task is to trap the shopkeeper in the garage, because then she will open up the door to the next area. But oh god, I'm getting stuck. Trapping the boy in the garage is a hidden task, so we're gonna just do them both at the same time. 2 people, 1 garage. So we're doing that part of, again, our gather task. We need this disgusting old toothbrush. Dude, why can, oh my god, broom, please get out of my way. It's the only item that we take that's not directly in the shop to begin with. And be like Goose, only take 1 roll of loo paper. There we go. We are done with High Street. That was actually, no, I do not want that. Thank you. We're actually done with High Street. And we're gonna grab the 80s style Viewmaster so we can see all of the coolest places that we haven't visited ourselves. But, you know, we are on the clock. If you guys hear a bell ring before you see a vase break, we are in trouble. That is not a good start. This is Roger. Oh, God. And Roger is on Teapot cycle right now. So Roger has 2 normal cycles. They are newspaper, which is what you want, and there's teacup, which loses 4 seconds. However, once in a very... not very often, Roger will be at his teapot instead, and that loses a crap load of time, which is not what we want when we are on the clock. This is the only part of the run that is time sensitive. That is not what I wanted to do either. I'm now just flabbergasted here. All right, we're gonna be, we'll still be fine, I think, but it's gonna be a lot closer than it otherwise would have. Because we're getting a lot of things that are happening here that don't normally happen. We're gonna clip this, there we go, through. Okay, He threw one item over. Oh no! I gotta just reset now. It's gonna between the teapot and between he reached through the fence and grabbed it back. It's too likely that I would miss the cycle. I'm just not even gonna go for it. That's unfortunate. But both of those things are things that happen sometimes. And we just take our time loss here, but now we have to. Oh my god, please clip the item through. Now we're gonna clip 2 items through here. That's actually the harder one to clip, even though we just got it first try. Wow. And we almost got clipped. Oh my god, he's still trying to reach through and grab stuff. We need to get rid of the newspaper also. This is why you don't want to have to do this reset, because it becomes just a complete mess. And everything doesn't flow particularly easily when you have to clip 2 items through versus 1. Anyway. Oh good, Tina still went down. I honked, and she was supposed to stay up top, but she didn't do that either. So, guys, welcome to Goose Game, where pretty much anything can happen at any moment. He's still trying to reach through and grab his pipe there. And so the reason we need all of these items is for this bust here on Tina's side. We need to dress up the bust with an item. Where is she going? With an item for your head, for your eyes, and for your mouth. It doesn't have to be those 3 items. Those are just the 3 most convenient items that are right there on Roger's table. Notice that, we brought the Viewmaster. That's in lieu of the glasses that we could have done if we didn't have to reset. When you reset, everything goes back to its original position. So that's why we lost the Viewmaster in the process. But so we are now the prettiest goose. We need the soap because we've been a bad goose, and bad goose has their mouth washed out with soap. I would honk and show you all of the bubbles, which is really funny, but that would be really bad for the speedrun to honk right there, so I'm not actually going to do it. But they're gonna have a conversation, and she's all upset, or Roger's all upset about getting his tea spit out because of her giant bell. And in the meantime, we're going to steal her unmentionables. Because our gather task here is to do the laundry. And so we need soap, we need her 3 pieces of laundry, and we need 1 of Roger's slippers. And so we've already hidden 1 of his slippers, so we're going to use the other one. And we have what's known as clenched... Oh, Jesus, she is not cooperating. Why? This is just not going according to plan. So normally, as I was going to say, we have what's known as clenched... Oh, okay. Sure. Now we're ahead of the cycle. No... Oh, and the bra's not actually in the water. This is yes, this is why Goose Game is gonna Goose Game. It is very, very random and RNG heavy. All right, we are back onto clench cycle, but we made it. Got the rose. That was not the intended clench cycle. That's just a chaotic backup, unintended, naturally very scary clench cycle. The normal clench cycle for viewers, it looks like I might not make the rose clip, but I know I'm going to make it. Everything's breaking down here. Nothing is going right. So, casual two-minute time loss from all of these errors, but Goose gonna Goose. And, no bell. We did avoid the bell. CJ, if you have any donations or anything you want to call attention to, now is a great time.
Alrighty, we actually do have a few donations. We have a $10 donation from Tiffany Kessler. Thank you, Tiffany, my lovely sister. And we have a $5 donation from Iggy Zig. Hey, SDAT, showing some love to both St. Jude and to Tass, the leader of the Honk Honk Revolution. Let's see some glitches. So thank you both to those 2 of you for your donations.
Yo, Iggy. Thank you, sir. Oh my god. And so this is Vinny. We didn't name all of the NPCs don't have actual names, but we named a few of them as a speedrun community. So we're gonna perform for those ladies, and then run away before they can, you know, heap praise upon us. We need her to follow us here. We don't need her, the pub lady, to follow us, but it makes the next part easier and more consistent. So worth losing a couple seconds to get her to follow. So that's a task. Drop the pint glass in the water. She just, you know, does a little push, helps us out. She likes to touch the goose booty. And now with her gone, we're gonna work on both our gather task here in the pub, which is to set the table, as well as we're going to steal this toy boat. And the toy boat is on a 20-second timer. So we need a fork, a knife, a plate, the pepper shaker, and the candlestick. And we already have a wonderful Italian tablecloth set up in the back. We also need to mess with the old man, twice, actually. Old man is going to really feel our wrath. Really, it's old man and it's little Timmy. They get beaten up by us a lot. He's already sitting down, but I kind of want to get rid of his first task now. It can line up and work later on, but just a little bit of time loss, but more consistent to do this now. And given what has already occurred and the chaos that has happened in this run, I'm going to just play things slightly safe. As I said to CJ before this run started, I had a really good practice run, which can only mean one thing, and that is the marathon run itself is going to be pure chaos. Because, as we said, goose gonna goose. So we're just continuing to move this along. I keep checking Old Man to see what he's up to, because his cycle that he was on there is the long cycle when he plays his harmonica. The short cycle is doing darts, but we are looking out for darts because we need to honk and make him break his dartboard. And he's going to darts now, very slowly. But we are actually done with the pub at this point. And we stole I didn't mention it, we stole Old Man's hat, because that's part of a hidden task. And then we're also going to use it for a second piece as well, in post-game. So that we need to hold on to his hat. But just grabbing it once is, you know, for 3 seconds is sufficient. I hope he's close enough. There we go, he is close enough. All right, Old Man is getting in the way. Thankfully, he has a low priority. All of the NPCs have different priorities so that they don't just like get caught with each other. And Vinny has the second highest priority. We're just gonna drop that on his head. We're gonna do that swag clip that I did before. We'll just do it a second time. Do I actually have the boat? Good, I have the boat. And the reason I have the boat is also, again, for a hidden task. We have to sail the boat under a bridge. I think most people casually, when they do this, they go out front of the pub, out where we dropped the pint glass. There's a bridge there, but there is also a bridge here, and this is conveniently on the way to where we are going. We have beaten all 4 of the areas of the game. We have done all 4 speed tasks. We've completed all of the main tasks, 9 hidden tasks. We have to return the bell to its place, but we're not going to do that casually either. Okay, that's not going to plan. Try it again. This is known as the Timmy climb. There we go. And we just grab the bell. Even second try there, faster than doing it casually, where you have to peck and slowly pull and drag down that tower to get the bell. We also are not going to do the bell return because that is really slow. And instead, we are just going to clip through this gate because, as I said, walls are optional. Easy. And so we are coming up on the end of the main game. We just have to come back. If you guys recall, this is where we started. We're gonna waddle our way with the bell You guys have been great so far, so you get some honks. And CJ, if there's anything else to showcase or let you people know about, another great time. I'll just keep honking.
Yeah, so far, Tass exemplifying that even when things don't go your way, you can still get up and ring the bell. We have 3 bid wars going on right now for our next run, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee. In fact, that's one of the bid wars, picking which game he's going to run on. You can also name the starter, and you can name Start Me. So if you want to get your donations in for those, you have until the end of this run. So get your donations in for those. Etiquette's going to be a fun run, and back to you.
Cool. Definitely get those donos in and pick your favorite Switch Pokemon. So we have 6 hidden tasks remaining. It's just a lot of post-game cleanup. The longest one of these 6 is to gather the 5 flowers and bring them all to the basket. And the basket is in sort of the central hub area. Is Vinny here? He is. Why is he there? I don't know. He shouldn't be there. But he is, so we'll take a little circuitous route to circumvent and be on our merry way. There is one flower sort of hidden in plain view in each of the 4 areas plus in the model village. So that is the chrysanthemum. That is the flower from the model village. And we grab that. And so there we go. It's the first time you guys get to hear the bell. Because now that we are in post-game, we do not need to worry about that bell. We've completed our 4 speed tasks already. Come on. Normally this, there we go. That basket falls over when we come in. I do not like it when it teeters its way back and covers the hole, because that can happen. This is the tulip. So we now have 2 flowers. We're going to grab a 3rd flower right now. And then that is the High Street Lily. And then we are going to make our way back to High Street again, because we have more stuff. Doing 5 hidden tasks. There we go. Nope. No, oh, are you kidding? Are you kidding? He grabbed those back? That was... Wow. She's in a bad spot. Oh, great. Okay. That was not where I wanted all of the NPCs to be. But yeah, so we grab his little Timmy's glasses because we're going to use them when we come back, and it just always happens that he's kind of in your way and almost always messing with his glasses. I don't know why that cycle always lines up, but it just always seems to do it. Say hi to the Goose Booty right there. There we go, 3 flowers. Yep, Goose is entertaining. It's either clean and high levels of gameplay exhibited, or it is chaos. All are good and worthy for viewership. So now, you know, we talked about the cabbage before, and the little cousin of the cabbage is the soccer ball. Thankfully, what the soccer ball has going for it is that it is actually a sphere. So it makes it a little bit easier to maneuver, but not totally so. We have to go around the shop because it is very no bueno to take the soccer ball through the shop with the shopkeeper there. Clearly, I am not a Lionel Messi. I am not any sort of soccer great, a young Pele. I am not. It is still really hard to control this soccer ball, no matter how good you are at this game, which I like to think that I'm not terrible at it. In spite of what you guys are all seeing, I swear I've done this before. So thankfully on this slope here, you can just hold run and it works. Box and planks, not great planks, I don't think. We'll see. Plank RNG is a real concern in this game. For this category, at least. You guys will find out in another, like, 4 minutes why that is. But those planks, not the best. So the other stuff we need to do besides the 5 flowers, we need to catch an item thrown over the fence. We need to get thrown over the fence. We need to score a goal with the soccer ball. We need to perform while wearing the ribbon. And we need to dress up the bust with items from outside of High Street. Cool. Well, there is catching an item as it's thrown over the fence. Normally, I don't do that right there. Normally, I do that on the second trip of post-game to back garden, but for whatever reason, Roger was late doing what he was doing, and so we were lined up. Also, we had a pretty good soccer ball placement. We're going to steal this sock for now. Excuse me, Tina, I need your help. The sock is the magic clipping item, for whatever reason. We'll go more into that in the glitch exposition. But if you go out normally towards the pub, then you lose your ribbon. You lose it into... Alright, cool. That works. It was a little sketchy, but it worked. But yeah, so if we take the rows out normally, how we went in main game, then we're going to lose the ribbon. And we need to maintain the ribbon in order to perform and get the hidden task. So, you know, casually you would just go out the front, but... Wow, that didn't work. But going out the front takes an extra 15 seconds, so we take the side door, and you know, if you lube up correctly, you can just slip right on out. And this is our 4th flower, the prized rose. And I hope you guys know the 5th one, because we received it when we performed. That is the daisy. This time around, we are going to keeps it, our precious. And fall, please. Holy crap, he ran a long time before falling. All right, we performed our 2nd performance. We'll take a bow. Thank you very much. We are king of all geese, and we'll take our prized daisy. It's not the prized daisy, it's just a normal daisy, but we can call it the prized daisy because why not? Everything is prized to the goose, and this is the box. We moved this box earlier on. We didn't need to move it earlier, but we had a little bit of time to kill just due to cycles at the start. There it is. Oh my god. Is the hat, thank you. So we moved the box then just because we need to kill time anyway, and we need to move the box, so just do it then. The box is the final boss of Goose Game 100%. And don't let anyone tell you that Goose Game does not have a boss, because this is it. Very slowly move it down the stairs. And so, you know, we had the glasses, Little Timmy's glasses for the bust. We also have now a hat and a flower. The flower can be used for a mouth object, and we don't even need to take the flower out of the box. Boom! We've collected the 5 flowers. CJ, any last things that you want to say? I know this is compelling box gameplay, but please chime in if you would like.
I will. On the subject of geese and other animals, another incentive just kind of unlocked for tomorrow's Super Metroid: A Link to the Past randomizer speedrun. You can choose to kill or save the animals. That's right. An animal-based warfare bid war of epic proportions. Get those bids in now. You have until tomorrow evening. I apologize. So, yeah, there you go. Get those donations in.
Kill the animals. Save the frames. All animals are horrible geese and must be killed. So this is where plank RNG comes in, because ideally we want to get the box on top of the planks. But if the plank... Oh my god, that was actually an insanely good box. That box can get stuck for like minutes right there because of the planks getting in the way. That was truly an amazing box right there. And I did not think those planks were particularly good. Tina, can you get out of my way? See, I don't actually need to catch anything though right now, so I'm fine. I'm not like... Normally I'm panicking because I have to catch an item, but we already did it, so I don't need to worry about it. We just need to get that hat. But yeah, that was a super good box. That was exactly how you want your box to go. Is that close enough? Are you gonna pick that up? Nope, you're not. You're not. It's too far away. You are terrible, Tina. All right. So now she's gonna do that, and we are maybe going to score a goal. This is sloped, so it's just... There we go. Hey, and congratulations! A reward is waiting for you at home. We have completed all of the tasks, but that is not the end. Cross out everything on the to-do list. That is not the end of 100%. Even though we have done 100% of the tasks, there is a reward. And now, if you do everything, if you do all of your chores, you deserve a reward, right? So why not have the reward be part of the run? That was at least our logic within the community, why the 100% category does not end on scoring the goal and completing everything, but instead, we get some bonus Goose action here at the endy end. And there are even strats for our little ending. We lure Groundskeeper Willie out, but we also, not only do we lure him out, but we also have to stall him on top of it. And here is our reward. It is in a shiny present for us. Ah, it is a crown. For we are the Goose King of the humans. They are our peasants. They do our bidding. And we need to be crowned. We need to be crowned the Goose King of humans. And Groundskeeper Willie is going to crown us. Crown me. Oh, time. Sorry. That was completely my fault on there. That was time. My bad. I totally should have prepared you for that. I'm so sorry. That is Goose Game 100%. 30:47 on the time by official timings. 30:47. Which this run was actually really good outside of the chaos that happened in losing 2 minutes in Back Garden. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We are going to just mosey right into our glitch exposition because why not? We'll give a little zoom in here. You can see we are the Goose King. I'll take our bow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so you guys paid money for the glitch exposition. I'm going to show you off some cool stuff that we did not see in any... You do not see... Not only do you not see it in 100%, you do not see this in... Oh wait, I actually need to be on a clean save file. Sorry. I didn't just need to reset. I need to fully quit and be on a clean file because and when you beat the game, you have gates that are open that are otherwise not open, and we need those gates to be closed in order to, you know, glitch through them. So yeah, so some of these glitches are in non-kind of standard categories. I think of the standard categories as any percent glitchless, all main tasks, and 100%. And so everything we're going to do here is not in one of those categories. A couple of these are in some other categories or used in like one category extension. To start off, we're going to get some sick beats here for a second, and then we're going to lose them. But we're going to do a house climb using the radio. You can do it with other objects. The radio is just convenient, and it's, in my opinion, the easiest object to do the house climb with. So we're going to come over here. This was a very early strat that was found to skip straight to the pub, but then other strats were found. There are actually 3 different ways to get into the pub. This is by far the slowest of them, but it is definitely the coolest. And we just climb up the side and fall right into that house, and boom. Now we're in the pub. And we can go in. We're kind of soft locked in the pub because you can't get back out because there are invisible barriers blocking everything because we didn't beat Back Garden. So we have to reset in order to get back out of there. But yeah, the only category that's done in is male percent. M-A-I-L, not M-A-L-E. And now we're going to grab an apple. I'm going to show you one of the other ways to get into the pub. These collectively are, of the 3 ways to get into pub, are the 2 that are not used in any percent. The boot bush is what's used. This is known as waddle butt. We're gonna do kind of the same thing. We're gonna hover up here, but We're gonna hover up on the side, and then we're just gonna twist a little bit, and we're in. And now we're in. We are into pub again. And the reason that when we reset, it puts us right back out front of the garden is because we haven't beaten any area. And when you reset, it puts you out to the furthest back incompleted area. That's a good way to explain it. So if we skipped straight to back garden, beat back garden, and then went into pub, and then reset, it would put us back to back garden. Because that was the area that we completed beforehand. That was not the way it was originally on the 1.0 version, but I think a lot of people were glitching their way in, and so they changed how that mechanic worked. You would just start back out at the area that you were already at originally, even if you hadn't beaten it. So that's the very first method that was found to skip areas of Goose Game, and we skipped right to back garden. That is the bridge climb. And we're going to use this to... We're actually coming in here to... Oh, I forgot to do something on my list of tricks. Okay. I forgot to do something. There was something I meant to show you guys, and I forgot. There we go. It just gets us in here. The only thing we're coming down here for is to get a sock. I don't really want to do it with Tina right there. I kind of want her not to be watching us because she's going to chase if she sees us take the sock. But we're taking the sock. It is ours. All right. And now specifically though, we want the top of the sock. Don't know why, but the top of the sock is much better to clip with than the bottom of the sock. And as I mentioned during the Hundo run, the sock is like the magic clipping item. The sock clips through stuff better than basically just about any other small item. Like the plate and the boot clip really well through stuff, but for whatever reason, the sock clips well. The newspaper also clips well through stuff, but all three of those other objects are very like large objects, whereas the sock is a pretty small one, yet is still a really good clipping item for whatever reason. This is the hardest clip in the game. This is done in reverse area order, and this is how you get into High Street. This is basically the only way to get into High Street without completing the garden first. And so that's how we have to do this for reverse area order. It is incredibly inconsistent, incredibly jank. And you can do this also with the newspaper, but it is not any easier. Oh, nope. This and the other clip that I forgot to show, and I'll try to go back to it when we lost it. They are both really, really, really hard and inconsistent clips that take a lot of tries in order to get, and so they are massive run killers for the categories that have them. Thankfully, not many categories feature either of these tricks. And because the reason that this is all happening is because of giant invisible barriers, because you're not supposed to be able to do this. Eventually, oh, hey, we did it. We managed to get in. That was not good, but I have definitely had worse. So I'm gonna complete High Street real quick, because this was supposed to be the end of the glitch exposition, but I forgot something. So it's not actually going to be the end. We're gonna do one thing more afterwards, but I'm still gonna do the thing that I was going to do. Can you, lady? That was very weird. That doesn't usually happen. Are you kidding me? Can you please? This timing is gonna be bad. I might not make it back in. This is just like normal High Street. and we're having all kinds of problems. Alright, his shoe is still untied. Alright, yes, let me out. Oh, now his shoe is tied. Alright. Yeah, what we're doing here is we're completing, child, can you pick the glasses? Oh my god. He's not the smartest child in the world, and his shoe is still untied, so gotta wait for that. Basically, what we're doing is we're getting the garage to be opened up. Yeah, he breaks easily. Another runner of this game, and this specifically the 100% category, likes to finish his runs by scaring Timmy into the giant lake out front of the garden, untying his shoes, taking his glasses, and then just leaving him there, drowning. We just gotta wait through this. This is really slow. Hey, all right. And the whole point of this is to get her to open the garage. I was holding the wrong button. Alright, good. We can redo this. And, there we go. And normally that's how I would end the glitch exposition. We are soft locked now. And it's fun to end in soft lock, so I feel really bad that I forgot to do the other trick in the sequence of things. But I got so excited that I did the waddle butt so well. Normally that takes me like 2 or 3 tries. But we're soft locked, and so now we're gonna exit out here, and we're gonna go back and we'll do waddle butt again. And because we need to get back into the model village is where we're trying to go. And so if you've seen any percent, you know you use the boot to get into pub, and then you use either the boot or the plate, depending upon who you are. Well, that's not what I meant to do. That is not what I meant to do at all. We lost our apple. It was levitating. It was stuck in no man's land. And I could have gone and grabbed a boot from somewhere else, but I think it's just faster to reset when that happens for this. Eventually, I swear, I will get back into the pub, but this is what I'm talking about, that normally Waddle Butt is a little bit trickier than me getting it first try. So yeah, like that. So you kind of half get it, and then it pushes you back out, because again, there is an invisible barrier here, and it doesn't want you to go and do this, so you are definitely fighting the game in order to get in. There we go. Alright, so instead of resetting, which is what I did before because I was dumb, what I wanted to do is to go back in here, and we're gonna emulate any percent for a brief second, because we need to get into the model village, and the fastest way to do that is what the any percent guy folks do, and that's to grab the plate. And so this is not considered part of the glitch exposition. It's just a bonus glitch, because this is done in any percent, and it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy, and there we go. Thank you. Don't make me a liar, Goose. But instead, so normally for any percent, you would grab the bell, and then you would clip back into the pub with the bell. And because the bell is kind of a large object, you are able to like do a pretty specific trick to get back in. However, that trick doesn't work if you have the chrysanthemum. And so for all hidden tasks, which is a category that not many people run, mostly just me. Also, flower percent. You don't actually want to beat the pub, because beating the pub is slow. So instead, we just try to clip into the wall here, and then we have a seizure. And after the seizure, hopefully we wind up back inside the pub. it can take a little while because you can't really control. I'm trying to control the goose here. I'm trying to move the goose, but Goose gonna goose. Goose is an independent goose. Doesn't really want anybody to tell them what they're doing. Almost there. Hey, there we go. So that is how you clip back in to the pub with the flower. Much harder than doing it with the bell. And that is all I have on the glitch exposition, guys. Thank you so much for donating to St. Jude's in order to have me showcase that off for you. And I hope you enjoyed the run. I hope you enjoyed the glitch exposition and the bonus tricks. If you like this stuff and thought that I was mildly entertaining, feel free to give me a follow on twitch.tv/Tasselfoot. And please continue to donate and enjoy the rest of the marathon.